What's up, friends? Happy Friday. Woo, I had to rearrange. Anyway, natural lighting. It's a good thing. But it could make me look very ethereal and as angelic as I feel some days. Not today. So, first thing I want to talk about is that if you have not posted your wins sheet, you still have time because I failed to tag everyone in that. And so a lot of you missed it in your feed. So if you missed that post yesterday, go back and watch the video on how to celebrate the wins, how to reorchestrate what we're telling ourselves in our mind. It's so important. My dog is digging. He always digs when I'm on camera. So you still have chances to win the fabulous socks. So go back and do that. I'll draw over coffee tomorrow. Okay? So deal. You've got all day today to make that happen. Secondly, Bo. You got to chill out, buddy. Secondly, speaking of navigating the group, I know some of you who are new and some people who maybe have been around a while and just don't quite understand how to get around the Facebook group. I get it because some new things came out with Facebook and we were able to kind of tweak and change our group to make it work with the new parameters. So you'll see on the page, when you pull up your Facebook page for Reset the Mindset, hang on, I got to get this dog to stop. Hey. He doesn't realize he can't actually dig through the cushion. Okay, back to what I was saying. You pull up the Facebook group and the discussion is what's going on currently. So any of the leaders in the group are posting things, whether it's a live video, something inspirational, maybe a recipe share, that kind of thing. Now, if you're feeling like, I wish I had a little bit more instruction that went along with the units or the videos I'm watching from Alana, don't worry, we got your back with that. What you're gonna do is to scroll over. If you're on your laptop, it may be on the left-hand side. If you're on your phone, you're gonna scroll over and you're gonna see the units tab. Hey, Jackie, I'm so excited you're here. So under the units tab, you'll see kind of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Any of the ancillary videos that we've posted before, the teachings we've done before are in there. So if you're brand new, check those out. However, we're kind of going back through things again. So we're gonna do that as a group, as a sisterhood. So never feel like you're behind, never feel like you're lost. There's always room to grow in this and improve things. And if you see a way that we can improve something, as far as communication, holler, let us know, let your coach know. All right, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about a couple of things. We're talking about tracking and we're talking about snacking. And I put, do you remember that song? Let's talk about sex, baby. That is what came to mind. That's what, from the 80s? I don't even know who sang it. Let's talk about snacks, baby. Let's talk about track it and see. Oh my gosh, I just came up with a song. This is awesome. Y'all, the tracker. I know I feel like I am tooting a horn every week about the tracker, but you got to use your tracker. And yes, I put my name on it because I've already lost one. Somebody at the beach has all my information. You want to fill out your tracker every day with as much detail as you can, with as many pieces of information. Remember, we're collecting data. The weight that we get every single morning is data. The information that we're tracking in here is data. There's no guilt. There's no shame. It's data. And when we have data, we can apply it to the process to reach the destination, right? That is what this is for. I am fascinated how closely my weight loss is to the number of hours of sleep I get. The higher the number of sleep, the more weight loss I have. Also with water, and then dinner and done. And certain foods you're gonna find, take a chance to circle some things when you're like, man, I drank a lot of tea this week, hot tea in the afternoon, and boy, did the weight come off. There's a reason for that. But the reason for you is different than the reason for somebody else in the group. So you have to be an investigator. What do investigators do? They collect data, right? They're solving a puzzle. We're looking at our total health and we're solving a puzzle. So never fear writing stuff down. I had somebody in this group came to me one time and we were chatting and she said, I feel really bad. I ate this cookie and here's the situation I was in. I was like, don't worry about the cookie. Don't worry about, write it down. Write it down. Not that you're gonna eat a cookie every day, but write it down. Because remember, we are not guilt and shame ridden in this process. We're pursuing freedom, okay? So, on that note of freedom, before we start talking about snacking, and I promise to keep this short, I do want to kind of have a little truth talk, have a little heart to heart, because I heard something this week and it really struck a chord with me. I was listening to something about time management, and what does that have to do with this group? It has everything to do with this group, because I think a lot of us come from the mindset, and there's no denying that the world is a busy place. We are constantly on the go. We're busy women. We've got careers, families, hobbies, interests. We are serving, whether it's missionally or in the community. We've got pets. We've got things that we want to accomplish. Not only that, but we want to take care of the only body that we have on the planet. But often that little voice says, you're too busy to do this. You're too busy to plan. I'm too busy to go grocery shopping. I'm too busy to write down what I might want to have this week. And I'm certainly too busy to track. And to all that, I want to say, cut it out, because that's the conversation I'm having with myself. Here's the thing. We like to think that spontaneity gives us more freedom, and it doesn't. It actually shackles us more, because we spend more time thinking about what we should be doing than actually acting upon a plan that we put in place. Does that make sense? Thinking about what you want to do versus actually doing what you want to do, two vastly different things. They will get you to two vastly different outcomes. So what I want you to do is to start thinking about honoring yourself, okay? If I were to call you up and be like, hey girl, let's go to lunch today, and we pick a restaurant, we pick a time, you would not show up. You would not call me. You would not try to create an excuse why you couldn't be there. You would not dishonor our friendship that way, right? And some of you, I don't know, but I'm going to pretend we're friends, because we are friends. We're girlfriends, we're sisters in this group. So you wouldn't do that to somebody that you cared about, that you wanted to spend time with, and yet we do it to ourselves. Seriously, we do it to ourselves. We say, maybe tomorrow I'll track. Maybe Monday I'll start writing in my tracker. Maybe tomorrow I'll start writing down the feelings I have at 4 p.m. when I really want to grab a candy bar. Maybe tomorrow I'll start thinking about a meal plan. That has to stop. We have to honor ourselves, arguably first, before we start honoring everyone else. Because here's the thing, and we talked about chain of integrity a little bit last week. When you start to honor yourself and you say, I am worthwhile to collect the data and put it in my book, things are going to start to happen. Things will go in the right direction, okay? I just was writing some things about self-respect and loyalty to ourselves. Y'all, it's the first step. Have you ever flown? Raise your hand if you've flown on an airplane. Give me a thumbs up. Most of us have been on an airline, and you've probably flown so much that you tune out when is it still a stewardess? When the flight attendant comes into age is starting to show. When the flight attendant comes in the aisle and demonstrates what happens with the oxygen mask comes out of the ceiling. Put it on yourself first before you help someone else. And I'm begging you all to start thinking of your life that way. Put on the oxygen mask. Do the planning. Do the work it takes to set yourself up for success for the week. You will not regret it. I did one thing this week that changed my whole week and gave me more time, more freedom, better nutrition, less stress. You want to know what it was? I meant to do it on Sunday and it didn't happen. But on Monday, I took the time in the morning. I picked out 3 meals that I could prep on the weekend to then reheat and use during the week. And I got all the groceries, got all the ingredients, and I actually prepped them on Monday. I wanted to be doing other stuff. I needed to run some errands. There's some things in the house that needed attending to. But that honoring of that commitment, let me tell you what it did for me. We had football and tutoring every single night this week. And that didn't stress me out because I knew that the meals were done. All I had to do was turn on the oven, pop the dish in. And it was something that was in line with my goals with 2B mindset. Woo! Mind blown. It's freeing. Takes a minute to plan, but the payoff is huge, okay? So here's what I want you to think about. 5 things moving. And then we're going to talk about snacking because that's really the fun part. 5 things. Deliberate planning. I want you to deliberately plan. And most of you are watching this from your phone. Deliberately put a reminder in your phone to meal plan once a week. My reminder comes up on Thursdays, and then my shopping day is Friday. It wasn't always this way. In fact, it wasn't this way until about a month ago, and I'm easing into it. I'm refining it every week. Now, I start scribbling. I have a notepad on my refrigerator. I start scribbling, ooh, you know what? I saw a recipe for Cuban sandwiches. That sounds really good. Let's do that next week, and I start scribbling on there. So I'm not like, oh, what am I going to have this week? Nope, I've already kind of got a list going, and then I plan out the list, okay? So deliberate planning. Make time. Honor that commitment to yourself. Number 2, when you decide, do it strongly. You all are strong women. You are empowered. You are here with a great purpose. And when you decide that I'm going to have fresh cut carrots and dip as my snack, you decide that and you take agreement with it and you do it. You honor yourself and you do it instead of grabbing the bag of pretzel thins that you bought your kids for school. I'm not saying I did that, but it could happen. Okay? Honor that. Make that decision and make it strong and be a person of your word, a woman of your word. Okay. Next, number 3, take massive action. What the heck does that mean? So instead of wondering what it takes to make a good meal plan, instead of wondering what would Alana eat, instead of wondering, I wish Stephanie could just give me a meal plan so I could follow it and make the same kinds of things for my family, you have already been empowered with the videos in the 2B mindset. So here's what you do. You take massive action. You do a plan. You put together a meal plan. You put together something that's making you feel good. You're already learning the foods that make you feel good. Add more of those into your meal plan for next week. Massive action is just walking in the steps. And here's what happens with massive action. You fail sometimes. Sometimes you're going to screw up. Sometimes you're not going to plan and you're going to have a crappy week and you're going to be stressed out. That's a good thing. That gets you one step closer to where you want to be. All right? Massive action is doing the work. And it also means watching the videos. So if you're watching this and you haven't watched all the videos, go back and watch the videos. Number 4, this is kind of like deliberate. It's making the decision, but honor your plan. Make it mandatory. That is that chain of integrity. When you write out a plan and you follow that plan, not only are you saving money because you're not throwing stuff out of your fridge, you said, I am important enough to plan my nutrition, and you stick to it. It's amazing. You're going to feel great when you do that. And then number 5, failing is okay. Failing tells you what works. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is inaction. Okay? So doing those things will create more time. It will create more consistency. The people who have rocked this process are the ones who are consistent. They have, most of y'all who are crushing it. Y'all, I can't wait to talk about the people who have lost 20 plus pounds. It's insane because there's a lot of you at this point. But it's not magic. It's not magic. You followed along and you've been consistent and you've kept going even when it got hard. And I'm guessing some of these things you decided to deliberately plan. You decided to honor that commitment that you were worthwhile in that, okay? All right, enough about that. Truth and love, right? That's good. We all, high tides rise all boats. If we all do this, we all have huge success. So I am your biggest cheerleader. I'm on your team. We're going to do this together. Let's talk about snacks though. I actually just had what I like to call snunch. Y'all ever heard of snunch? Yeah, I know, right? Opposite of success is inaction. How freeing is that? Like, we're going to be on the freedom train for a while. Okay, I had snunch today. That is a snack lunch. There are some times that I actually do fairly regularly. It's either my shake for lunch, it's a very heavily loaded shake, or it's some sort of greens with protein on top. Maybe it's leftover veggies that have been roasted, or some taco meat, or whatever, a big salad. I always have a big salad bag in sometimes I just eat it right out of the bag. Anyway, today I was not feeling that. I didn't want any of that. I was really, and it might be something to do with hormones or my cycle, whatever, we can talk about that later. But I really wanted crunch. Do y'all ever want crunch? Crunch, like that crunchy, salty. I really wanted and needed that today. And I went grocery shopping and my little guy wanted potato chips. We haven't had potato chips in the house for a while. He wanted those because we do all kinds of healthy stuff like cassava flour and bean chips, and he was like, done. So I got him some potato chips, but I didn't want those. What I really wanted was snunch, a snacky lunch. I did rice cakes, organic brown rice cakes with a smashed avocado and some Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning on top. Oh my gosh, so good. So satisfying. But I wanted to bring that up. Not that you should have snunch. You should really have a full and satisfying lunch. But I was hopping on here, so I had to be quick. The purpose of a snack is to really allow you to be full and satisfied on the go. So let me give you a scenario. We just started school here in Georgia, and the first week of our school that we go to, there are a bazillion meetings that you go to, and some of them work with your schedule and some of them don't. Some of them either push your breakfast, you got to be there early, so you kind of miss the window of prepping some stuff, or maybe you have lunch or you're not going to get home until later, and you've got a wide gap where you're not eating, and you're not in your own home. There's not an opportunity to do that. So a snack is something that you want to throw in your bag, maybe keep in the car, on the go, that's going to keep you full and satisfied so that when you get to your next meal, you are not ravenous. Who's done that before? I've done that before. So sometimes it's like a little mini meal, all right? A little mini meal would be like that snunch I just had. So a rice cake with some avocado, that's not exactly portable friendly, but you get the gist. It is around 150 to 200 calories in general. That's really kind of what we're looking for when we talk about a snack. I have been known to eat a handful of nuts and a piece of fruit and something else for a snack. That is not a snack. That's really a meal. And here is something that might also blow your mind. Do you know that the number one reason why people gain weight, it's not overeating at mealtime, it's snacking. I love snacks, y'all. It's snacking. It's snacking. And I think that's one way that people really struggle. And for those of you who are in your home most of the day, maybe you work from home or you're just in and out because you've got school or maybe you homeschool, it is really difficult to be in a kitchen. That's like living in a grocery store, right? The temptation to eat your way through the day, that really starts to add up. Okay, so let's focus on snacks when we really need them, when we really have a time where we have a window that's open that's bigger than the normal gap between meal times. Okay, we don't want to rely on snacks, and snacking is a noun. It's not a verb. We don't want to be snacking. We want to have a snack. We want to pre-plan a snack, not the mindless eating. I shared a story with somebody in this group earlier this week. This has been a few years ago, but I remember I was hungry, I was snacky, and I hadn't planned it, and I didn't really think through it, and I was going through something really emotional. I can't even tell you what it was at this point. Like, I don't remember. But I had a bag of blue corn chips. Like, that was my nemesis. That was like my salty go-to. I opened the bag, fresh bag, started eating straight out of the bag, didn't put them in a bowl, didn't portion them out, none of that. Eating. Before I knew it, the bag was gone. I'm literally looking at the bottom of the bag like, what happened? What just happened? I have no idea. That does not serve you well. So we want to be intentional about snacks. But the rules of 2B mindset don't change. It's always water first, or a little cup of tea. Water first, because oftentimes we feel hungry when we are thirsty. So we're going to start with water first. Always do 16 ounces of water before any meal. Same thing applies to snacks. So 16 ounces to 20 ounces of water. You may not feel like you want to snack anymore. But if you do, we're going veggies most. Here are some ideas that Alana shared in office hours. And I love these reminders because you kind of forget. I get in habits and things kind of fall off the wagon. Not off the wagon, but like I just eat the same thing. So it's nice to hear some different things. She loves the cherry tomatoes because they're sweet. They've got a crunch. They're portable. You can throw them. You can put them in your office. You can put them in the car. They might go bad in the car, but put them in your bag. Another thing, crinkle cut carrots. Sometimes we talked about this last week when Denise posted about the fact that she cuts carrots into the shape of nuts. Brilliant. But also, sometimes people want that potato chip feeling. So a crinkle cut carrot holds dip or guacamole. It just feels different to your mouth. And because it feels different to your mouth, it feels different in your brain. We're resetting our mindset on a lot of things. These are not frozen, but I just washed my green beans. Frozen green beans, it will blow your mind. They are amazing. Uncooked frozen green beans, the French cut ones I love from Trader Joe's. That's a great snack. That's a veggie first snack. It's cold, especially in the summer. Some other options, some things that she brought up, and it's funny. I love when she says something and I've got it in the house and I'm like, yes, I'm doing this. Kidding. Only because I'm a food nerd and I love to try things, but things like this. These are Hika chips. Which are made from jicama. And jicama is a root vegetable, but it's not like a potato. So it's not going to raise your blood sugar. We won't go into the science behind that. It's a little bit lower in carbohydrates, but this entire bag, there's not much in here. There's really a big handful. It's 100 calories. And that's great because that falls in our snacking. And there is 5 grams of fiber. There's not a lot of sugar in here. You're going to get that kind of crunch that you're looking for. Other things she mentioned, these are great. These are called chompers. I ordered some more of these on Thrive Market. They have more flavors on there, but you can find these at Sprouts or probably Whole Foods. This is seaweed. It's seaweed and rice chips. Again, with that crunchiness, but also from, if you're a woman above the age of probably 30, you should be protecting your thyroid. You may not have thyroid problems, but thyroid health is a critical, impactful thing we can all do very simply through nutrition. So things with seaweed, I love these. These are awesome. These are little roasted seaweed sheets. I tried these years ago and I was like, I am going to die. They're awful. but they make teriyaki ones now, and they're so good. And this whole package is 30 calories. So I would pair this with, so this is another thyroid tip, total sidebar, but I do 4 Brazil nuts and then this. This is kind of a snack that I either have in the morning or in the afternoon. That's my consistent. Is seaweed considered a veggie? That's a great question. I would say yes, because it has so much mineral content to it. Does it grow the way a veggie does? I don't know. I mean, seaweed technically is a plant. So maybe we'll ask Alana. I'll jot that down. Other things, and you want to focus on things that have fiber too, so that they're filling. Roasted bean chips are good. Beach Bar, I should have had one of those. Beachbody makes a Beach Bar in a peanut butter flavor and a cherry almond flavor, and they're phenomenal. They taste like a candy bar, but they're high in fiber. They've got 5 grams of fiber. They've got 10 grams of protein. They're 150 calories. They are, talk about something that's full, that they're not full. They leave you full and satisfied. One of those is a great, great, great snack. In fact, I can't keep them in my house, which is bad. They're actually on sale this month if you want to try them. We can talk more about that. Hard-boiled eggs with that everything but the bagel seasoning are amazing. That's something super simple that you can keep in the fridge. If you know you're going to go somewhere, go ahead and slice it, sprinkle them, keep it in your little Tupperware. Wherever you go, that's a portable snack. So do you see, I'd love to know your ideas, what you do typically for a snack, because my old self used to eat a lot of crackers. I used to eat a lot of crackers. Apparently I like crunchy things, but you can do things like flackers, which are that crunchy cracker feel, but they're made out of flax seeds and coconut oil and probably rosemary and some sea salt. So they're very simply made. They're a totally different nutrition profile, high in fiber. Pair that with one of those little Laughing Cow cheese wedges. Then you've got your protein, fiber, 150 calorie snack, which is awesome, and it will get you through that next meal. One thing I want you to think about too, we talk about this, and I think she talks about this in a video, but when you're thinking about snacks, I'm like burpy now. I think it was the seaweed. When you're thinking about snacks, I want you to think about, is it because I'm hungry or is it a habit? Okay, hungry or habit, 2 different reasons to snack. Sometimes that habit is because you're facing stress at a certain point in the day. Maybe the kids get home from school and that is like, I need to do something to like take my mind off of whatever, homework. And maybe you're snacking. Maybe you don't need to be snacking. Maybe you need to create a new habit like hot tea, 2 hands on the wheel, something that will nourish you, calm you down, and not add extra calories to take you off your goal, right? Those are all really great. Let me see some of what you guys, only 1 Beach Bar, Tina, I'm sorry. Mini sweet peppers. Sweet peppers are sweet and crunchy. I am addicted to those. I'm addicted. Okay. Can I have a little sidebar just for a second? I mean, I feel like this whole video has been a sidebar, but those mini peppers, let me tell you what I did. This is the bomb. So you take mini peppers. If you have an air fryer, air fry those bad boys. You don't have to put them in anything. You don't have to toss them in oil. Just cut the tops off, put them in your air fryer, air fry them on the highest setting for like 10 minutes. And then, did I stuff them before or after? I might have put this in there before I put them in. Yes, I did. Sorry. Let me back up. Cut the tops off. Put inside, I have that Greek cream cheese, so the cream cheese that's whipped, Greek cream cheese and some herbs. So I just use like garlic powder and salt. Put that in there, or maybe some Italian seasoning. Put that in there, stir it up. Put a little bit of that in each pepper. Pop that in your air fryer. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, party favorite. Totally created that, but so good. I love those things. Lots of coffee today. You're funny. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've only had 1 cup. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up because we've been on a while, but y'all, this is the way that you get through the weekend. This is the way that you stay on track. I can talk about some other things. She actually in office hours, she went through a whole segment on freeze-dried. So freeze-dried fruit and veggies versus dried fruit and veggies. That's a great one to watch because, a lot of things come with dried fruit in them, right? Like raisins, cherries, cranberries. That's a very concentrated product. You're going to get a whole lot of calories in those. Freeze-dried takes the water out, but leaves I don't have anything that's freeze dried in front of me, but leaves that crunch. You still get the fiber intact. It's not concentrated sugar. It's usually a lot lighter, less calories, but still equally filling. So you want to look at the labels really, really well. We should all, back to data, we should all be expert label readers and look at that quickly and know, is this the right snack for you? So share your ideas on snacks below. There's nothing wrong with snacks. Don't let one snack turn into 15 snacks. That's when things really go awry. And I'd ask you to take a look at your tracker. So, you know, I love homework. Go back through your tracker. Look how many snacks you have in your tracker. Again, no guilt, no shame. There's nothing wrong with that. I found a really interesting conclusion. It had to do with sleep. When I had really modified sleep, maybe we were up late or up early, I snacked a lot more during the day. And it makes sense. Again, I won't nerd out, but you're hungrier and you crave carbohydrates when you get less sleep. So just things to think about to be more successful. So we're going to be intentional in our planning. We're going to deliberately make a plan. We are going to honor ourselves, have that chain of integrity, and we're going to eat some snacks that are healthy. We're going to do our water first and our veggies most, and have a fantastic weekend. Love you guys.